Go. 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 Casey, go.
All right. Hey everybody, my name is Casey Sugarmam, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Lemon versus Kurtzman case. And this was the basis for the Lemon test, which I will get to later on. And it was based around the idea of separation between church and state. So, a little history before I begin. The case took place in Pennsylvania in 1971, and it was between Alton Lemon, who's a teacher, and David Kurtzman, who is head of the Department of the Public of Instruction. And the case was held by Chief Justice Warren E. Burger. So basically, the state gave teachers some reimbursement for supplies and materials and textbooks that they bought for religious classes. And Alton Lemon thought that this violated the Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, which says, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." Basically, this means that the Constitution says that the government cannot support one religion. And this is also predominant in the Establishment Clause, which says that the government cannot establish one certain religion as the religion for the country, and the Free Exercise Clause, which gives all residents of the United States the ability to exercise whatever religion they want, as long as they're not harming anybody. So what Pennsylvania did was create the Non-Public Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1968, and this provided funding for some religious school programs. And Lemon disagreed with this act. He basically said, "Yo, this is a mix of religious interests and state interests, and it's wrong, and it's against the government, and I'm not going to stand for it, and we as teachers cannot stand for it." But he didn't exactly say it like that. He had some valid points. His first was that services from state for religious-based things violates separation of church and state. And his second was that the Non-Public Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1968 went against religions being supported by state laws. And these were his two basic arguments for the court case. And as we all kind of expect, the court went in favor of Lemon. And the ruling said that state laws can't establish one religion. So the verdict also created a really important thing, which is called the Lemon test. And the Lemon test was a way of deciding if a law was unconstitutional or not regarding religion. And if a law broke one of the prongs of the Lemon test, then it would be deemed unconstitutional and would not be allowed. So the Lemon test consists of 3 prongs. The first is the purpose prong, the second is the effect prong, and the third is the entanglement prong. And if a law violates one of these, and it doesn't have to be all just one, then the court can rule this unconstitutional. So the first clause, the purpose clause, means that a law must have secular legislative power. Basically, the law must have a non-religious purpose. And the second clause is the effect clause. And this clause states that a law cannot promote or inhibit religion. This prevents it from breaking the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment. So basically, the government cannot deny people a religion or promote a certain religion. The third and final clause is the Entanglement Clause. And this states that a law cannot create entanglement between religion and government. This ensures that the government does not get involved in religious affairs. And it basically is keeping the government in a safe spot regarding religion. So although the Lemon test was created to provide a basis for rules for separation of church and state, it has received some criticism. Some judges say that it is used inconsistently and it is easy to get around. So if a court didn't want to use it, then they just didn't put it into play. But although this criticism is present, the Lemon test is still used today, and some recent examples are the Santa Fe Independent School District versus Doe and McCreary County versus American Civil Liberties Union. And both of these involve laws that were shut down because they violated a prong of the Lemon Law test. And in this case, it was just one of the prongs, not 3. So, in case you weren't listening to anything I just said, here's a quick summary of... Oh, I skipped a slide, but I'll just keep going. Here's a quick summary of the court case. So Alton Lemon fought against an act Pennsylvania created that violated separation of church and state, and Lemon won. The court decided that the act was unconstitutional, and this provided the basis for the Lemon Law, which is now used for ruling in cases involving religion and the government. And that's it.